Part 15. Cranford chases a cat. Darvo had put Cranford on a mission to find more pieces of meteorite with organic compounds that he could extract the crystal DMT from. The two of them had been binging the DMT since its creation, and while both were teetering on the edge of reality, Cranford was far worse off. Darvo, despite his age, managed to keep himself more composed. They'd already sold a few hundred grams of the half-kilo Darvo had made to reliable customers. Wendy had even stopped by to buy a little. They had parked further up the dirt-red road, deep in isolation, at the base of one of the largest craters, as big as a football field. Cranford climbed out and began searching the open bush for meteorite fragments with organic compounds. As he hauled himself up the crater's edge, a flash of multicolored light caught his eye. A sleek, iridescent cat sat there, cleaning itself, its fur glowing like an aurora. "Holy she dash," Cranford stammered. The cat froze, then bolted. "No, wait. Wait!" Cranford yelled, scrambling over the edge of the crater and running after it. The glowing light from its tail burned in his vision as he pushed through the bush. He chased it for hours, stumbling from the barren bushland into marshland. The ground squelched beneath his boots, the air thick with the scent of rot and stagnant water. Flickers of light appeared in the corner of his eye, guiding him deeper into the marsh. Dolls began to appear, tied with ropes and hanging from the trees. Their hollow eyes stared blankly, and symbols painted across their faces seemed to writhe in the dim light. Circles of meteorite fragments, stripped of organic matter, surrounded piles of bones at the base of the trees. Some piles held fresh carcasses, their decay filling the air with a sickly sweetness. Letters carved into bark spelled DMG, while spray-painted phrases on boulders screamed warnings and promises. Didi Moncler is online. The time to rise is nigh. Cranford's confusion deepened as he stumbled through the forest, chasing the cat's glowing form as it darted ahead. He followed a river, its slow-moving water reflecting flickers of light, until he reached an overgrown forest. The shrines grew more frequent and grotesque, with rotting carcasses placed in the centers of meteorite circles. The trees were crowded with hanging dolls, their ragged limbs swaying in the still air. Cranford thought he'd caught the cat a few times, but it always pounced away, blinding him with its light. Desperate, he climbed the branches of a tall tree, searching for any sign of it. Through the canopy, he spotted a glint of light reflecting off a rusted water tank in the distance. The structure loomed, streaked with grime and overgrown with vines, as though waiting for him. Cranford walked toward the water tank, his breath heavy in the humid air. As he did, a figure caught his eye, a bearded man in tattered robes, crouched near a meteorite circle. Cranford froze. The man held a lamb, its throat already slit, blood spilling into a crude bowl at his feet. Above him, a doll hung from a tree, writhing savagely as if it were alive, its hollow eyes fixed on the ritual below. Cranford crouched behind a tree, careful not to disturb the scene. He watched in horrified silence as the man decapitated the lamb, its blood spraying in violent arcs. The man dipped his fingers into the bowl and painted the doll with cryptic symbols in a frenzy. The doll's convulsions grew wilder, its head jerking as if choking. Cranford's stomach twisted. The doll's mouth opened, radiating a harsh, unnatural light. With a violent heave, an iridescent cat clawed its way out of the doll's mouth, landing in the circle of meteorites. The doll fell limp. The man moved quickly, painting a blood-red circle around the meteorites, as the cat hissed and growled. Its cries boomed like thunder. "Sply!